Nursing is the most statistically secure career in America. Yet, industry data shows that nearly half of all new nurses want to leave the bedside within 2 years of starting. I'm Brooke Wallace. We are going to look past the clinical textbooks and examine the actual daily reality of making decisions at the patient's bedside. Hospitals are offering high starting salaries and massive signing bonuses to get you through the door. But those financial incentives sit right next to widespread warnings of severe emotional exhaustion. Hit the subscribe button and check out supernurse.ai for tools that help you navigate this exact environment. Making a long-term career out of the modern hospital environment demands a highly specific psychological profile. Your technical skills are only a baseline. Figuring out if your natural personality actually aligns with the physical and emotional demands of the floor is the only reliable way to avoid becoming an early exit statistic. The massive surge in healthcare demand originates from a single demographic reality. The baby boom generation is reaching advanced age, creating a gray tsunami of patients. By the year 2030, roughly 21% of the entire American population will be 65 or older. This chart shows exactly how that aging population translates into clinical job growth. We see a steady 6% projected growth rate for registered nurses, creating nearly 195,000 openings every year, while advanced practice roles, like nurse practitioners, spike by 46%. The supply crisis is highly regional. In Texas alone, population growth and vast rural areas are projected to create a deficit of over 57,000 registered nurses by 2032. Hospitals are responding to this deficit with direct financial incentives. Baseline wages are rising rapidly, and facilities are actively competing for talent with substantial hiring bonuses. There is a direct trade-off for that compensation. This specific demographic requires complex, high-acuity care that will stretch a nurse's physical and emotional bandwidth to the absolute limit. Decades ago, nurses managed distinct patient volumes that allowed for different pacing. The incoming demographic surge means the baseline intensity of daily care has escalated permanently. The demographic data guarantees you a lifetime paycheck, but you pay for that security with an unrelenting volume of complex patients. To counterbalance this surge in patients, hospitals are integrating augmented intelligence directly into the clinical workflow. These systems are taking over the administrative heavy lifting. Algorithms now handle predictive charting and manage complex staff scheduling behind the scenes. The technology also aids clinical decisions. AI analyzes continuous data from wearable sensors to identify subtle physiological changes, like the early onset of sepsis, hours before a human could detect them through standard observation. By automating routine data analysis, these tools return valuable hours to your shift. That time can then be redirected into direct patient care and higher-level clinical reasoning. However, this integration carries a specific risk. Surveys show many nurses worry about the erosion of independent clinical judgment if staff begin to blindly trust algorithms over physical hands-on patient assessments. Technology has a hard limit. No algorithm can comfort a panicked family member, and no sensor can talk a patient through their end-of-life anxiety. Augmented intelligence will multiply your clinical effectiveness, which means the raw, unautomatable human elements of nursing are now the most vital parts of the job. Favorable demographics and advanced technology are powerful tools, but they will not save a clinician who lacks the correct psychological matrix for the environment. In the clinical setting, the Type B personality is defined by high flexibility, extreme patience, and an ability to maintain strong emotional regulation. Nurses with these traits report higher long-term job satisfaction. They have a unique capacity to absorb the inherent daily chaos of a hospital floor without breaking under the pressure. But this adaptability comes with a specific vulnerability. Type B clinicians must constantly enforce strict personal boundaries, or they risk severe compassion fatigue and emotional drain. On the other end of the spectrum is the Type A clinical personality, characterized by rigidity, hypercompetitiveness, and a tendency toward extreme impatience. These traits can be highly effective in specific healthcare lanes. Type A individuals excel at strict checklist completion and often drive rapid advancement into administrative or management roles. At the bedside, however, these exact traits become liabilities. A rigid mindset experiences intense frustration whenever the clinical environment becomes inefficient or unpredictable. That built-in impatience frequently leads to impulsive interactions with vulnerable patients and accelerates the path toward total emotional burnout. You cannot force a trauma ward or a busy ICU into a perfectly predictable schedule. The environment is chaotic by its very nature. The greatest predictor of a long, successful nursing career is not your technical proficiency. It is your ability to regulate your own emotional response to completely unpredictable stress. When you strip away the signing bonuses and the technology, the decision to enter nursing comes down to a clear evaluation metric. The ideal candidate possesses high emotional regulation, meticulous attention to detail, and a relentless desire to keep learning as medical science advances. If you fit that profile, the rewards are immense. You will thrive in a high-tech clinical setting, and you can leverage the Nurse Licensure Compact to easily travel and work across state lines with a single license. However, if you require highly predictable days, or if you struggle to leave workplace stress behind when you walk out the hospital doors, you should reconsider this path. The sheer volume of the incoming aging population will crush a rigid mindset that cannot bend to meet the demands of the shift. The data gives us 3 undeniable facts about the future of this field. The demand for care is historic. AI is merely a supportive tool, and human compassion remains the ultimate clinical skill. I'm Brooke Wallace. Visit supernurse.ai to prepare yourself for the true psychological realities of the job and subscribe for more insights. Choosing to become a nurse requires physical endurance, but staying in the profession means committing to a high-stakes arena of emotional and technological mastery. Hey, thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what topics you want to see more of and how I can help you become the super nurse you were born to be. I hope to see you here again real soon.